So the expedition's not long away, only about 7 weeks until I leave. One of the questions I often get asked is, what do you eat on the mountain? So I am currently preparing some of the food that's going to be shipped out, freighted ahead of my arrival into Pakistan. So I thought I would just do a little video talking through the kind of things that I'm going to take with me. Now, this doesn't include the food that will get out in Pakistan and a lot of the sort of the high mountain freeze-dried food, but these are some of the little additional treats and snacks that I'm going to take with me. Now, you can see that I have a great plethora of bits and pieces here, and certainly I've been starting to organise a fair amount of things into my mountain food days. Now, I wouldn't necessarily take every single piece of this up the hill with me each day, but it's certainly the kind of things I would prepare that I can choose from during the day. And I've just laid out one as a little demonstration here, so these are the kind of things I might choose from. Now, if I ate all of these, that's just over 2,000 calories. There's a lot of protein in there. Things like the protein bar from Cymex, also the beef jerky, the biltong that we've got there, and quite a lot of carbohydrate from sugars, which I'm sure that my dentist would not be particularly happy with. So what have we got? We've got nuts, we've got berries, little chocolate shop things here from Whitworth, which are very good, some high energy sports gels as well. They're quite good, the Science and Sport ones, because you don't need to have water with them at the same time, and they're tasty as well, good on the mountains. Sports beans, I discovered these on my last expedition, which are from Jelly Belly, who make the normal jelly beans that we're all used to, but these are incredibly high energy sports beans, and particularly good when you're climbing, give you lots of energy. Some slightly more savoury things, so we've got some olives here, some tuna. Again, I probably wouldn't have this as a picnic whilst I'm halfway up the mountain, but certainly when you get into camp, again, something that's just slightly different that you can eat straight out of the packet. The biltong I've already talked about, just having something that has some nice saltiness to it, but also just a very different texture. Something that I really crave on the mountain is fruit, and whilst we can't necessarily have fresh fruit, dried mango, particularly good, very tasty on the hill as well, and takes me back to my student days, but sort of a cup of soup with lots of pasta in it as well, so quite high energy, kind of thing that you might eat the minute you get into camp. So you can see that I've started to prepare these for about 15 hill days. Then as well as these, I've got an extra bag full of energy shot drinks as well. Lots of Haribo, of course, anybody with a military background, but also just most people would recognise those, high energy foods, nice to nibble on. Some boil in the bags. They're quite heavy, these boil in the bags, but because they are real food, actually they're quite tasty. And if you're only going up onto the hill for a day and you can, for one of the rotations, and you can be bothered to carry it, actually having some rice pudding or some steak and potatoes, I think we've got here, is kind of a little treat. We've got more energy bars from ProMix, and then these are some of the base camp delicious things. So everything from little biscuits to have with your coffee and base camp to peanuts. I've got some Marmite cashews here, some Oriental rice mix, a little packet here of quite sort of American sweets. A couple of the team are from America, so I thought I'd take lots of American sweeties as well, because I'm sure that will remind them of home. So Nerds and Chewits and Tootsie Rolls, Airheads, Jawbreakers, some slightly more traditional English ones, some bonbons, some lemon sherbet. We've got some additional Quaker oats here, so golden syrup ones, and some Nutella bars as well. Make sure those are well packaged for the trip, because of course they will get destroyed very quickly if they're not well packaged. Also taking with me some of these Robinson's little fruit juice shop little things, which again you can just squeeze into your drinks, into your water bottle, again just to give it a little bit of flavour, very light, very high concentration. And a box of additional bits and pieces, so some Marmite, some very brown sugar that I'm going to take, hopefully that'll be good on the porridge, sweet chilli, Tabasco, Worcester sauce, and this one I'm really looking forward to, a whole kilo of biltong, of South African biltong, which will be absolutely delicious, again just down in base camp sharing around. And then we're going to package them into these barrels, so 60 litre barrels that can, I'll probably put about 25 kilos in each and get them shipped out. I don't think Anna is going to be joining with me, although my daughter would probably prefer that. And wet wipes, of course, not food, but for keeping yourself clean whilst you're out on the expedition. So yes, dentists probably wouldn't be happy, but lots of high energy to weight ratio. Foods should be nice and delicious because, of course, as you go higher, you also start to lose your sense of taste. So having things that are very sweet or very savoury will be really good and give me the energy to keep on going up the hill. So with that thought, if that doesn't make you hungry enough, see you later.